Have you ever met a woman who seemed distant, uninterested, and then out of nowhere she couldn't stop thinking about you? She started texting first, finding excuses to talk, looking at you like she couldn't get enough. What changed? Was it your looks? Your charm? Your money? No, it was something far more powerful, your energy. You see, attraction isn't logical, it's psychological. It's rooted in how you make her feel, not what you say or own. Most men chase, over-explain, or try too hard to impress. But here's the truth. The more you chase, the faster she runs. The more you try to prove your worth, the more she withdraws. Because women don't fall for effort. They fall for impact. And when you master these 5 magnetic traits, you don't just make her interested, you make her addicted. You'll live rent-free in her mind, because you'll be triggering instincts she doesn't even understand herself. So let's dive deep into the 5 masculine powers that make a woman emotionally hooked, not through tricks, but through psychology and presence. 1. Emotional mastery, the silent power that makes her feel safe. Here's something most men never grasp. Women aren't testing your patience, they're testing your strength. Every delayed reply, every sarcastic comment, every sudden mood swing, it's her subconscious way of asking, "Can you handle me?" Emotional mastery doesn't mean you suppress feelings. It means you control them. You become so internally grounded that no storm, no silence, no rejection can shake your peace. Because in a world of reactive men, calmness is power. Think about it. When a woman sees a man crumble under pressure, overreact to her tests, or lose himself in insecurity, she instantly feels unsafe. Not physically, but emotionally. And emotional safety is the gateway to attraction. Imagine she pulls away after a good date. Most men panic, texting, calling, trying to fix something that doesn't need fixing. But the man who remains centered, who smiles, continues his life and doesn't chase, sends a silent message. "I don't need your validation to stay in control." That calm confidence speaks louder than 1,000 words. It tells her that you are emotionally self-sufficient, that your peace is expensive, and not everyone can afford it. This isn't arrogance, it's stability. It's the kind of energy that allows her to relax and be feminine. Because when you're calm, her nervous system calms with you. You become her emotional anchor. The storm around her might rage, but your presence keeps her grounded. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." That quote defines true masculine energy. The calm man doesn't react, he responds. He doesn't seek control over her, he controls himself. And that's where addiction begins. Because to a woman, a man who can stay composed under pressure is both safe and thrilling. He's rare, and rarity is irresistible. So next time she tests your patience, pause, breathe, and smile. Because when nothing can shake you, you become unforgettable. 2. The art of uncertainty. Keep her guessing, keep her hooked. Predictability might feel safe, but it's the death of attraction. You see, women are emotional creatures. Their psychology thrives on anticipation, the unknown, the thrill, the what happens next feeling. When every conversation feels the same compliments, same texts, same timing, her brain stops releasing dopamine. The excitement fades. But when she can't quite figure you out, when she never knows if you'll tease her, challenge her, or disappear for a bit, and she becomes curious. And curiosity is the spark of addiction. This isn't manipulation, and it's emotional intelligence. You're creating contrast. You're showing her that you're alive, not a pre-programmed nice guy. When she texts, don't always respond immediately. Sometimes reply with humor. Sometimes keep it short. Other times end the conversation first. You're not ignoring her. You're showing that your life doesn't orbit around her. Because here's the truth, attraction thrives in uncertainty. Her brain releases dopamine not when she gets you, but when she's about to get you. That maybe moment, that tension, is what keeps her emotionally invested. It's the same reason people binge-watch shows or crave unpredictable stories. The human brain is wired to chase inconsistency because it keeps us alert, engaged, and emotionally alive. So when you're slightly unpredictable, when she can't quite decode your next move, her mind starts working overtime. She replays your words, she analyzes your silence, and in that process, she bonds. But remember, unpredictability must come from confidence, not fear. You can't fake mystery. It has to come from purpose. When you genuinely enjoy your own world, your rhythm becomes magnetic. She starts to wonder, what makes him so calm? Why is he not chasing? Who else has his attention? And that curiosity transforms into emotional dependence. So don't be the man who's predictable and safe. Be the man whose energy feels fresh every time. Calm but spontaneous. Stable yet surprising. Because when she never knows what's coming next, she'll never stop thinking about you. 3. Purpose over validation. The magnetism of a man with a mission. Every truly magnetic man has one thing in common: purpose. Without it, even the most attractive man loses his edge. You see, women aren't drawn to men who make them the center of their universe. They're drawn to men who are centered within their own. A man with purpose has direction. He wakes up driven not by approval, but by vision. And that kind of energy is intoxicating. When your life revolves around her, she feels it. She senses the emotional weight, the dependence, the need. But when your focus is on your goals, your mission, your growth, she feels that too. And suddenly you become the adventure she wants to join, not the prize she's already won. It's psychology. Women subconsciously respect men who can walk alone. Because purpose equals power. It says, my happiness doesn't depend on you. It depends on my discipline. She becomes addicted not to your attention, but to your aura. The more you grow, the more she invests. Because deep down she wants to be part of something bigger. Your world. So chase goals, not validation. Because the man who chases his mission never has to chase love. The aura of mystery, never let her see all of you. Let's get something straight. Mystery isn't manipulation. It's magnetism. It's the art of being seen but never fully known. Most men do the opposite. They meet a woman and within days pour their entire life story onto the table. Every heartbreak, every secret, every insecurity. They believe that total openness equals emotional intimacy. But here's the truth, it doesn't. When a man reveals everything too soon, he kills curiosity. And curiosity is the fuel that keeps attraction alive. Think about it. The most compelling books, the most unforgettable movies, the most interesting people all share one thing. You never get the full picture at once. There's always something just out of reach. That's what keeps you turning pages. That's what keeps her coming back. When you're mysterious, you give her something to wonder about. Her mind starts working overtime, analyzing your tone, replaying your words, imagining who you really are beneath the surface. That's when emotional addiction begins. Because addiction doesn't form around what's known. It forms around what's unknown. A mysterious man doesn't hide. He reveals in layers. He knows that depth isn't something you announce. It's something people discover slowly. He understands that silence can speak louder than explanations, and that not every question deserves an answer. When you talk, you say just enough to keep her engaged, not to satisfy her curiosity, but to feed it. You're not avoiding connection. You're creating a journey of discovery. Every new thing she learns about you feels earned, not given. And here's the deeper psychology behind it. When a woman has to work to understand you, she becomes emotionally invested. It's called effort justification in behavioral psychology. The more effort someone puts into something, the more they value it. By making her earn your truth, you're increasing her emotional bond to it. Now, this doesn't mean playing games or acting cold. Real mystery comes from self-possession. It's about being so grounded in who you are that you don't feel the need to prove yourself or over-explain. You let people experience you, not dissect you. In a world where everyone overshares online, where every meal, every thought, every feeling, mystery is rebellion. It's rare, and rarity breeds value. When she realizes that you're not like every other man, that you have emotional depth she can sense but not fully grasp, you become unforgettable. She'll think about you at random times. She'll wonder what you're doing, who you're with, and why you're not constantly seeking her attention. And that's when you've captured her imagination and her emotions. Because once a woman starts imagining who you are, she begins feeling you even when you're not around. And that's real power, and to live in her mind rent-free, not through manipulation, but through mastery of mystery. So remember, don't tell her everything. Let her discover you piece by piece. Because the man she can fully understand is interesting for a moment. But the man she can never quite figure out, he's unforgettable forever. 5. Detachment. The ultimate proof of strength and self-worth. Here's the paradox every strong man eventually learns. The less you need her, the more she wants you. Detachment is not indifference. It's power. It's emotional discipline. It's the ability to care without collapsing. It's the art of loving someone deeply, but never letting that love control your peace. Most men confuse attachment with connection. They meet a woman, and the moment emotions grow, they lose balance. Their happiness becomes tied to her attention. Their confidence depends on her replies, and their identity starts revolving around her validation. That's not love, that's dependency disguised as devotion. Women can feel that energy instantly. It's heavy, needy, and suffocating. And nothing kills attraction faster than emotional dependence. Now think about the detached man. He moves differently. He loves freely but lightly. He gives but never begs. He can walk away without anger because he knows his worth doesn't come from anyone else's presence. He's not cold. He's composed. Detachment tells the world, I own my emotions. They don't own me. And that energy is intoxicating because emotional independence is rare, and rarity always commands respect. Psychologically, detachment flips the power dynamic. In every interaction, the one who is less emotionally dependent naturally has more influence. Why? Because they operate from abundance, not scarcity. A man who doesn't fear losing her becomes the man she fears losing. She starts to wonder, why doesn't he need my attention like everyone else? What makes him so grounded, so unshakable? That curiosity quickly transforms into fascination, and fascination turns into craving. But true detachment doesn't come from pretending not to care. It comes from having a life so full that no one person defines it. You're too focused on your goals, your growth, your purpose to chase. You understand that love is meant to complement your life, not consume it. When you embody that mindset, everything changes. Your energy becomes peaceful, not desperate. Your silence becomes powerful, not weak. Your presence becomes valuable, not available. And the moment she realizes your peace doesn't depend on her, she becomes addicted to it. Because deep down, every woman craves a man whose emotions are not for sale. In relationships, detachment is not distance, and it's strength. It's the quiet confidence of knowing that you can give love without losing yourself. So don't chase. Don't explain. Don't try to prove your worth through effort. Prove it through energy. Because when a woman feels that you're fine with or without her, her instinct kicks in. She wants to be the one who earns your focus. That's when she starts chasing, investing, obsessing. Detachment is not rejection of love, and it's elevation of self. It's saying, I choose peace over approval. I choose myself before desire. And ironically, that's when love starts chasing you. Because in a world full of men desperate to be chosen, the man who doesn't beg to belong becomes the one she can't forget. Conclusion. Attraction isn't about looks or luck, it's about psychology. It's about energy, presence, and the silent confidence that speaks louder than any words ever could. Women don't become addicted to your appearance. They become addicted to how you make them feel. When you master emotional control, you stop reacting to every test and every silence. When you embrace unpredictability, you become a mystery she can't solve. When you live with purpose, you radiate something no fake charm can replace. Direction, meaning, and grounded masculine strength. When you maintain mystery and practice detachment, you teach her that your world doesn't revolve around her. And paradoxically, that's what makes her want to be part of it. Because real attraction isn't created through chasing, it's created through being. You stop begging for her attention and start commanding her curiosity. You stop explaining yourself and start embodying who you are. And in that silence, that stillness, that masculine composure, she feels something she can't explain. You're no longer just another man. You're an experience. You awaken something inside her that few ever do. Curiosity, safety, and desire all woven into one intoxicating pull. So stop trying to prove your worth. Stop giving everything just to be noticed. Start becoming the man who moves through life with calm certainty and unshakable standards. Because when you live by these principles, something powerful happens. She won't just want you, she'll need you. And with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.